This this need to not look like this anymore. This need to be better. Welcome to today's video. So when I don't talk like an autistic person, what I mean by that is we're moving these front jack stands, we're pushing them onto the reinforced rail, we're getting it up, dropping the front subframe, stripping out all the suspension components, and I have underseal. It's just convenient that that's right there. I'm going to rub down, sand down, wire wheel, absolutely everything on the front suspension area, just to make it look a bit tidier. I'm going to clear everything down. I don't know about putting new bushes in. I'll see what they're like. I don't want to poly bush it, even though it will be stiffer on a track. I want to drive this car to the Nürburgring next year, this year even. And yeah, I don't want the vibrations that Now, last time I actually took things off this car, I made a very big mistake. I didn't label anything up, so that's going to be fun when we come to rebuilding engines, because as you can see, that box there full of bolts is for engine bay ancillaries. Down here is full of all engine bolts to work out where everything goes. So that's going to be fun. So this time I've got some bubble wrap, I've got some tape, and I'm going to be writing what came off of where and probably taping it to the part as well, because I want the suspension to go back together quite easily. So I'm going to start on this side, start by taking off the brake calipers and the brake assembly, just to basically start the strip down. I do actually have some paint at home for these, which I'll probably end up grabbing and bringing the next time I come down here, and we can get all that tarted up looking nice. And they are going the same colour as the car, which I haven't actually revealed yet to many people. Just my friends know what colour this car is going, so that could be a nice surprise for you guys. Now we are not even 60 seconds into the video and I've already got a slitting disc in my hand, which is never a good sign. The nuts on the back of the brake caliper for the brake line is quite seized, so I'm just going to chop it off, because why not? I'm going to be putting braided lines on it and everything, and redoing the lines anyway. The nut I can't use again because of how rounded off it is, so at this point it doesn't really matter what happens to it. We'll just chop it off, get something new in there, and it'll be sorted. No. Shit. Nope, just going to put it in the bowl. Go in the bottle, please. Right, I think I'm just going to pump that through, to be fair. I'm pretty sure that's everything out of the master cylinder. But God, the colour of that, I don't think that's been changed since it got imported to the UK. Where's the bolt? Ah, there it is. Yep. One caliper, which needs a refurb quite desperately. The thing is, these look quite new, but they've been sat for so long that they're just disgusting. I'm really not looking the like of these king nuts. They're just, I know they're going to be a pain in the arse. You know what, I'm just going to ugga-dugga them off. Much easier. I'm probably going to put a new tractor on it anyway, so who cares? Now it's just stuck in the gun. So wind yourself back on, please. Please. I said please. Just looking at the suspension here, just got the track rod off. What I'm thinking is just get it off in one big piece, and then I can deal with the rest of it when it's like out on a bench or something. So what I'm thinking right now is these two bolts here, these two up here, bring that out. This one here, that one there, and probably take the anti-roll bar drop link off. And we should be, that's a weird setup. That's not even attached. The anti-roll bar is only attached to the actual, this upright rather than the actual strut. I've never seen that before. But also, can we talk about how reinforced this ABS sensor, wheel speed sensor wiring is? Why does it need to be this complex? Not complex, but that reinforced. That's like a brake line rather than just the ABS sensor. So we've run into our first issue already. This is just spinning, but it's not spinning like the bolt on the other side. It's spinning on the thread, so either the threads on the nut or on the actual stud are just shot. So we now need to Dremel that out. It's the only thing stopping us from taking out the suspension. So hopefully we can just get that off. And hopefully it'll be all right. If not, I'm gonna cry. So change of plan. I got told off for using a grinder without safety goggles or a guard and having the disc the wrong way around. So I was advised to grab a bar, lever off it and impact it out. And it's actually worked. We've got it off. So if you look in there, you can see we are now free. So it's just these two bolts on the suspension strut, I believe. And then we can fish it out. What is still connected up? Come out! So we've got all the suspension components out, which is lovely, other than like the anti-roll bar and whatever. But will that come? No, that won't come down with the subframe. But we will move on to the other side for now, and then probably strip all this out. I should probably do one side at a time, not to get confused. But there again, once we open this underseal and put it through this gun, the likelihood of being able to clean this properly and it not getting clogged is very low. So we'll get the other side off now and hopefully make progress on getting it undersealed. Jesus. So that is all the front suspension of the 300ZX removed. Now, there's a few things that I have noticed, like the front arm where it bolts on, this bracket here, you can see it's a bit bent. I believe this car might have been in a collision at some point, so I'm going to get a new one of those because there were also spacer plates behind the upper arm. So we'll get some new arms and whatever, just make sure it's driving straight, no issues there. But that is going to be it for today. And in the next episode, we're going to be having a look at the high-cast lines. Basically, by that, I mean this line here that goes all the way to the back of the car and to the high-cast, also along with like all this here, which I did put back in, but we're going to delete anyway because we do not want high-cast on this car when we're going to be running as much power as we are. There's also a few of the little deletes that we're going to be doing. We will tape off along that line there, underseal downwards. We'll take out all this here. I believe this is primarily emissions related stuff, which we'll just have out anyway, because at the end of the day, this car does not need to pass an emissions test. So get us rid of as much stuff as possible, then basically wire wheel the whole inside here. And then over there in that box, we have, well, and down there, we have under seal to basically coat the front end of this car and the back when we get round to it, to basically tidy it up underneath. So if you've enjoyed that video, make sure to stick around for the next one on the 300ZX. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long until it comes out, possibly next week. But you know, it's January, we're absolutely packing this month full of videos. So if you want to see what else we work on, stick around and I will see you in tomorrow's video.